And so that was the national anthem here at Dunn Field. And it was disappointing a little bit because the microphone cut out halfway through. However, the fans here at Dunn Field were able to get it singing, or sing themselves and get it loud. And the mic was on at the very end. A great performance. Sadly, that little microphone error interrupted it, but now we're just about ready to get underway here in Elmira. The Elmira Pioneers are taking on the Auburn Doubledays. First, let's take a look on defense for the Pioneers. In left field, Kyle Shimileski returns to the lineup with Alex Lucini at center and Cooper Smith in right. Joe Muzio is over at third with Lucas Phelps at short, and at second base, Max Mandler. At first base, Justin Hanley's back in the lineup. Lucas Berube as the catcher, and alongside him forming the battery, Hunter Kendall is back on the mound. Peacher, Hansen, and Cesarini are the first three due up for the Auburn Doubledays. These two teams faced off on Tuesday. And in that game, the Pios took a tough loss. In fact, we can show you that result there. It was 2-1 in a very controversial play in the bottom of the ninth. Ultimately prevented Marsh from taking the game tying second RBI. And it would lead to the Pioneers losing just like that, 2-1. Danny Luck had a great outing with 7 strikeouts in 6 innings. Sokol had a second quality start, but just didn't get enough support as he took the loss. Kendall looked to have some good luck here. He's going to be facing off against Reeves. I'm Taylor Storthy. Thank you for tuning in. Pios baseball is just about ready to get underway. Last night it might have been a little confusing because we did have a 2-game doubleheader. Those games, however, were notably only 2 7 innings in each. But here, it's your standard 9-inning affair. This season, Kendall, 5.48 ERA through 21 innings. The main flaw in his game is just the fact that he doesn't have the world's greatest control. He's 19 strikeouts to 20 walks, but he does have a 218 opponent average, which is a very good number. The only key starter for the Pioneers lower? Well, Tristan Champa. It's better than other pitchers like Mike Sokol, Ethan Herrera, too. That first pitch is taken, ball 1 to Peacher. J.C. Peacher, he's got a 366 average this season. He's going to now lay down a bunt, picked up by Muzio, and even though he'll get it to first, it won't be in time. So Peacher will lead off the game with a single. That'll bring up Hansen up at the plate. He's entering this game with a 298 average. 231 team average for the Doubledays. And they've also got a 309 ERA. Now, 1-1. 0-1, actually. Scoreboard was a little slow to change previously. But a runner on first. No one out. That one's in the dirt, ball 1. Berube back at the plate today. Two and one here. Now here's the 2-1. That one's going to be lined up the middle for another base hit. Picked up by Lucini, but the runners will stay put at first and second. Wondered if Peacher was going to try to go 3. He doesn't. 2 aboard now, 1 away. Or no one away. Cesarini steps up now. He's going to drop down a bunt. Goes foul, strike 1. Pretty warm here in Elmira, 84 degrees. It was as high as 87 earlier today. Things finally starting to cool down, which is good. Not a lot of AC up in this booth. 0-1 now. Here's the 0-2 now. Fouled away. That one's going to be sent deep left field. That one really has some air behind it, but the catch is made up against the wall. Smith will get the first out of the inning. Runners will hold up. So what a play right there to track all the way to the wall and get up against the wall and ultimately get the first out of the inning. Runners will advance, but on a deep ball like that, it's actually good that they didn't go all the way. Peacher, I think, was originally getting ready to go home. Outside, first pitch taken, ball 1. Asaf Lowengar, he's playing shortstop tonight. But he's got 2 runners in scoring position, looking to bring them home. He's hitting .231 this season. That one will bring 1 home. It drops all the way to Lucini, who can't come up with it. Lucini will likely be charged with an error, as it'll be a 2-run triple for Lowengar. So, 2 RBIs. Both those runs are earned for Kendall, but it'll be only graded as a single because it was an error on Lucini, just fielding it, couldn't get to it, it got behind him. Whether the setting sun got in the way or something else. Just disappointing for the Pios. Auburn takes the early lead here. Yesterday, Auburn was in Watertown and drew the series as the count's now 1-0. They lost 4-2 in the second game of that series, but won 7-0 in the 7-2 in the first. 1-1. It's McKenzie up now. Fouled away. 1-2. Kendall 1 strike away from getting strikeout number 1. And he went, strike 3. So now, of course, still just that 1 runner on third, 1 away now. 2 away here at the top of the first. Perez steps up, the right fielder for Auburn. Strike one taken. Inside, ball one. Good try to frame it by Berube, but won't be able to. Count 1-1. Strike two. 2 strikes now here in the top of the first. Can Kendall get out of the inning here? Swing and a miss. Kendall does get a second strikeout to retire the side. Two runs on 3 hits. 1 error. 1 left on base. Pios trail, but he'll have a chance in the bottom of the first to come back. Leading off will be Mandler, Cooper Smith, and Frank Wayman. Here we are in the bottom of the first. Pios trailing after that strong first inning from the Doubledays. And now we get to see the Pios back in action. Max Mandler leads off. First pitch inside, strike one. Rivas on the mound for the Doubledays. 208 with 17 innings pitched. He's had 2 starts and 1 complete game. That one's going to be sent high. Will it drop in no man's land? Nope, the catch is made in center field, 1 away. Sure, I'll go ahead and do that really quickly as we get ready for Cooper Smith's at bat. Out in left field for the Doubledays is Peacher in center, Cesarini, Perez, and right. Stenson at third, Lowengar at second, or at short, McKenzie at second, Andrew Tan at first. Bralla forms the battery as that one's sent to the right. Will it get down? Yes, and fair ball. Cooper Smith will open it up with one away with a single. Yeah, over at first, Tan, second, McKenzie, shortstop Lowengar, Stenson third, Peacher in left, Cesarini center, Perez right, Bralla at the catcher, Rivas on the mound. That's how the Doubledays line up on defense. Hanson and Kim are the extra and designated hitters. Frank Wayman now, the designated hitter for the Pios tonight. He's up with one away and a runner on. He went down looking in that loss as a pinch hitter to the Watertown Rapids yesterday. Probably want to make up for it here. First pitch taken over the zone, strike one. Wayman hitting .306 this season with a .443 on base percentage and .452 slugging percentage. Leads the team in slugging. I believe he's third in on base behind Mandler and Charnetsky. He also leads the team in OPS. High, ball one. Alongside that, Wayman's actually stolen 6 bases. He has not gotten caught. Count now 1 and 2 as Wayman tried to check up. Here's the 1-2. Wayman takes that one outside, ball 2. And again, thank you for joining us. Welcome tonight. Pios and Doubledays, 2 pretty close teams in their division. Looking for a victory here. Cooper Smith goes, but he's back as the count goes 3-2 now. The pitch out holding him up. Three-two for Wayman, and ball 4. Wayman's going to get a board here. Two on, just one away. No chance for Cooper Smith to steal the base there, even though he went, because it was outside. That'll bring up Bobby Marsh with 2 on. The tying run now at first. Pios could strike right back, and if Kendall can get things settled down for the rest of his start, that would be great. And by the way, Kendall, he didn't concede a walk in the first inning, and he did get 2 strikeouts. Although pitching to contact can sometimes lead to those types of hits, which did bring over 2 runs. Tries to pitch but steps off. You have to be careful, of course. You don't want to balk. That would advance the runners. 1 away for Rivas. Swing and a miss from Marsh, fooled by that one dropping to the dirt. Marsh up to a .243 average and a .744 on OPS. That OPS, I think, puts him 5th or 6th in the team. After a somewhat slower start to the season, Mandler has recovered. 1-1 now. That one taken outside. One, and that one's inside, and they're going to say it hit off his bat. 1-2. Marsh is going to ground that one foul. Still 1-2 now. Two and one here for Marsh. Marsh is going to ground that one through the hole. Cooper Smith is going to round third and head for home. He will score. An RBI single for Bobby Marsh. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Pios offense. A well-hit ball, just too tough to field. Cooper Smith will stroll home. Wayman gets to third. Marsh happy to stay at first. So the Pios do get on the board here in the first inning. And that's going to bring up Joe Muzio. And Muzio with that tying run on third, we need you bad. Can Muzio convert in this position? That one low, ball one. Muzio's going to put that hard. It's picked up at second. They'll just get the lead runner out, but Muzio ties it up. Two away here. Muzio gets the first on a fielder's choice. Even though the crowd will be a little upset that Marsh was out at second, it still leads to a tied game. The Pios right back in it, as Wayman was able to get home. It was slow enough that it didn't lead to a double play. Here's Lucas Phelps now with Muzio on first. Muzio, 8 stolen bases. And I'm not sure what just happened. I'm not sure what happened, but it looks like... Was Muzio ejected on that play? I'll have to look back at the footage. We could see a pinch runner here for Muzio. Yeah, it looks like it. So it looks like Muzio had gotten tossed on that play. I'm not sure what for. Pios will just get a warm-up pitch in. So we'll get a pinch hitter. Muzio does still have that RBI, but that was awfully weird. Just a bad showing of the ump show, I think, right there. Not the first time we've seen a controversial ejection. A couple times one time Eugene Barber and Drum contesting a swing that was a swing, although it was rated as a ball 4. We'd seen an ejection there. First time we'd seen a player, though. So that's just definitely very interesting. So I think a woeful ejection decision there. So I'll put someone new over at third base. It looks like it's going to be Aiden Blake. He pinch ran in the first now, and it's going to bring up Lucas Phelps. So that was a little delay. He fouls that one away, strike 1. But that's very interesting there, that call from the umpire to toss Joe Muzio. Too hard to hear anything that was said in the booth. Phelps is able to get under this one. Will it be caught for the third out? Yes, it will. 2 runs do score for the Pios. And that'll end the first inning. We're still tied 1-1. That inning there was 2 runs and 2 hits. No errors, 1 left to board. More Pios baseball after this. We're back here in the top of the second. Tanner Kim's going to lead off now against Hunter Kendall. Strike one taken. So there is a change in the field after that. Aiden Blake will be playing at second. Max Mandler has moved over to third. That one's going to be grounded over to Lucas Phelps. He'll make the throw to first for the first out of the inning. One away now. This inning sponsor, C-Tran. First pitch inside to Stenson, ball one. That one also inside, 2-0 now. Three-0 count here. And ball four. So a runner will get on with one away. Stenson reaches first. Tan takes that one just inside, ball one. I think Berube just trying to tell Kendall settle down a little bit, just get focused. He's got one on, one away. Now the count goes 1-1. Two and one now. That one away, 3-1. That one fouled back, so the count now 3-2. It's a full count with one away. Ball four. So Tan gets aboard. That'll bring up Brala with two aboard, one away. Double play opportunity still open. That one gets away. Runners will advance. 1-0. Ruby just going to take this time to chat really quickly with Kendall. It's now 1-0 here. And 1-1. Hey Cam, welcome to the stream. Oh no, the mics are on. I was just working on something 1 second during that little pitcher's conference. That was popped up, and it will give the Doubledays a lead. Question is, will it be 1 or 2? Thrown from Smith. Not in time. The slide will be safe. It's a 2 RBI single there for Brala. Just working on a graphic that wasn't able to get done yet. That was the reason for a little extended silence. But now we've got a runner on, 1 away, and 2 more runs came across for Auburn. So it looks like it'll be a little bit of a run fest tonight. Both offenses active early. Question is, can the offense for the Pios keep up? Strike 1 taken. Peacher back up. So top of the order returning for the Doubledays. High, ball 1. Mics are on. It's just a little bit lower. Mainly because when I'm talking into it, I don't want it to clip too badly. Although I will turn it up just slightly, so you can also hear some of the crowd. But yeah, just a little quiet section previously. Now it's a 1-2 count with 1 away. Good framing there from Berube on the outside corner. That one's going to be popped up. Phelps under it. 2 away now. That'll bring up Hansen. He's 1 for 1. Hansen takes strike 1.
Let's go, Hunter! Come on, baby!
That one fouled away, 0-2. We do apologize. Someone joined the booth up top watching alongside the crew up here. If you've been watching the stream, I think you can probably guess who. 0-2 now. Yeah, as long as you don't say a swear.
I would never say a swear.
Good. Count now 1-2 with 2 away.
Let's go, Hunter! 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2
And 2-0-2 now as it gets away from Berube. Runner will get to second. You can see Kendall just a little disappointed out there. And, you mentioned Kendall looking a little tired. Might also be the heat. It is a little warm out today. That can also be something to throw people off their game. Kendall just needs an out to get out of it. Pios bats will return with Lucini, Berube, and Hanley due up. 2-2. That one high, ball 3. Now we'll do the audio here with 2 strikes and 2 away. Big 3-2 count here with that runner on. He's probably going. He'll stay. That one's going to be grounded over to third, but it goes foul as Mandler eventually picks it up. So we'll do that again. And gets him on the swing and miss. It was in the dirt, and he'll get it to first for the final out of the inning. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game for Hunter. Two runs come home on 2 hits with no errors. 1 left the board. More Pios baseball up after this. So we're back here in the top of the second. Bottom of the second now. The top of the second just finished. Pios trailing. Rivas back. And we're ready to go. Lucini up. First pitch taken and swung but struck 1. Checked up but just not enough there. Inside, strike 2. O2 here for Lucini. No strikeouts yet for Rivas. He had surrendered 2 runs and 2 hits in the first inning. That one's going to be driven to the outfield, but it'll be caught for the first out of the inning. So one away here. And by the way, we'll be getting some revamped sponsors and things for tomorrow's game. As well tonight, this inning sponsor, Salins. Ruby up with one away. Back in the lineup tonight, takes 1-0. Inside, ball 2. Three and 0. So Berube, he's looking to get aboard this season at the plate. He's got 4 free passes compared to 4 strikeouts. That one taken for strike 1 on the auto take right there. Pios still got plenty of time here, and they had shown that their offense can work. But they just need to get it in motion. That one's going to be popped up. Trying to track it in foul territory. Won't be able to get it. Good effort, though, from 10 to try to run and grab it. Count now, 3-2. On the full count, Berube will go down looking. Two away here now in the bottom of the second. And that's going to bring up Justin Hanley playing over at first. Hanley back in the lineup tonight. He's played in 6 games, started in 5. Carries a .381 on-base percentage. However, he only has 1 hit this season. He would love to get hit number 2 in this at-bat. Well, that technically counts as a hit with quotation marks. He's hit by a pitch and he'll get aboard. That'll bring up Kyle Shimileski. He's now up with 2 away and a runner on. He's played all over the field, and he's going to be out in left tonight. But up here with 2 away. Looking at that offense going, swung a little too early. And actually, as that bounces away from Brala, it'll let Hanley reach second. 0-1 here. Shimileski hit would likely bring Hanley home, and it would help cut that deficit. Pios looking to avoid a second loss in a row. After taking a loss in the final game of the doubleheader. Low, ball 1. On deck. That one's going to be driven center field, but should be the final out. It will be. And so the inning will be over. No runs and no hits, no errors, 1 left aboard for the Pios. That'll end the second inning. Salins, thank you for being the sponsor. Make sure whenever you visit Dunfield to check them out in the concession stand. Hey, I'm good, Cam. I've just got a lot of things to do. I was just focusing on a graphic. I'll be a little more energetic and stuff for the third inning. Yeah, I will say it's kind of a relaxing game with some offense. It was a quieter inning out there for the Pios too, but yeah, it'll be a little more active because I've been more active from time to time on streams, but a little bit today, just working on a few things on the side, a couple things to manage. But third inning underway, and don't worry, I'm doing just fine. We're back here in the top of the third. By the way, that's the reason I've been a little less active these first two innings. Just creating that graphic real quickly to show you just how well these teams have been doing over the past week. Doubledays coming off loss to the Diamond Dogs and Tarp Skunks. Oh geez, okay, I spelled that wrong. Tarp K Sunks. That's really funny because we got Cam with the Tarp Skunks in the chat here. And there's the first pitch. It'll be taken outside, ball one. But yeah, from that graphic, you can always just look back and pause it really quickly to see it. Winning streak of 3 and 3-2 from the past 5 games. Pios 2-3 in the past 5 games. They've been going back and forth with a win-loss or loss-win, loss-win, loss. Good pickup there by Phelps, but he can't get it to first in time. So Cesarini will get aboard with a hit to start the inning. He's now 1 for 2 today. Lowengar steps back up. He had a single with 2 RBIs. But I will say, Lowengar, he's hit only 400 against the Pios. Or actually, he's hit 400 against the Pios. With a 900 on base percentage entering the game. So Lowengar back up here. He's going to take ball 1 up high. That one's going to be driven. Deep center field, Lucini tracking back, and he will make the catch on the run. Throw into second, and 1 away. Or did he not make the catch? No, he didn't. Actually, yes, he did. All right, the runner finally gets off. Lowengar was staying there for a second. I was a little confused. Lowengar with an absolute nuke deep to center field. The runner eventually able to tag up. He'll now be 1 for 2 on that. Cesarini on second. So here we go on the top of the third still. That'll bring up McKenzie, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. McKenzie takes strike 1 inside. Called a strike. McKenzie so far this season, he's hitting .271 with a 710 OPS. I'll say there's a huge chunk of the lineup for Doubledays hitting a bit better than Pios hitters. That one swung on in the dirt, strike 2. 1 strike away from getting another strikeout, even though Kendall hasn't been on his best stuff tonight when it comes to not conceding runs. He's gotten himself a couple Ks already, and has done better with control. Here's the 0-2 to McKenzie, who had gone down swinging in his first at-bat. Runner goes. Throw from Berube, and just safe in time. Risky stolen base there. But Cesarini gets to third. 1-2 now. It's a great pop from Berube, but just a good jump there. One, two. Outside, ball two. Things are starting to cool down now. That one fouled back. I will say, might be a little tired because, again, it was a long night for the Pios yesterday. The bus got back to Dunn Field at 2:20 a.m. Yeah, it was that late because it's a long drive and 2 longer games at a late start for a doubleheader. But the Pios ready to go. That one fouled back. Berube can't get to it, so the at-bat will continue. Also saw a mailer running up for that. 2-2 count. So Kendall now, 2-2 with one away, looking for a strikeout, looking just to get an out. Swing and a miss, so get him there, as I think McKenzie swung a little early. And that is another strikeout for Kendall. Perez now up with 2 away. First pitch foul back. Then Joe asked how many come up into the booth. Now, not many. That was the closest one. I actually have to see if that one did get into the booth. That happened to me over in Jamestown a while back, where I did get a free souvenir. 0-1 now, 2 away. Still that man on third. Kendall looking for his first scoreless inning. 1-1 now. One and one. 1-2 now. Final strike of the inning for Auburn. They might strand that runner on third. Fouled away, so he's able to get to it and keep alive. Perez was taken down on strikes in his first at-bat. 1-2 count. By the way, this inning's sponsor, Multimedia Services, is responsible for all the signage out here at Dunn Field. Thanks again to Multimedia Service. And thanks again for Kendall's second strikeout of the inning, and the side is retired. Dunn Field will love that. 2 strikeouts, just 1 hit, no runs, no errors, 1 left aboard. Pios baseball will be back in the bottom of the third as the Pios look to recover and get right back into the game. I'm Taylor Storley, and thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back. So we're back here in the bottom of the third inning here at historic Dunfield. We'll just give you an update quickly of the standings here in the West. At the top of the table, the Utica Blue Sox at 20-7, followed by the 15-8 Batavia Muck Dogs. Geneva Red Wings are third with a 13-10 record. The Jamestown Tarp Skunks fourth with a 15-12 record, as they've now fallen behind. Geneva has a couple games in hand. 14-15 is the record for the Doubledays. 11-13 is the record for the Pios. If the Pios win tonight, they would be back in fifth. Auburn would get even closer to Jamestown with a win here. Mandler leading off. It's back to the top of the order for the Pios. He fouls that one away, strike one. So 0-1 here for the Pios Swiss Army knife. Mandler's going to line that into the outfield. Base hit. He'll improve to 1 for 2. And he'll stay there at first. And that's exactly the start the Pios need after having a quieter third inning. Quieter second inning, where they had one hit by pitch, but ultimately would strand that runner. They now get Mandler on early to bring up Cooper Smith. Smith 1 for 1 today. Smith and Mandler would ultimately be the runners scored in that first inning. That one fouled away from Smith over into the empty Pios bullpen. And we'll say, apart from the strong pieces of hitting from Auburn, Kendall's done a good job on the mound. He's got 5 strikeouts, and he's only conceded 2 walks. Problem is, Auburn's been able to find some barrels and get some deep balls, some of them in play and not caught, just allowed a couple runs to come home. But the Pios have time to work this comeback as the count now is 1-1. Cooper Smith, one of 4 300 hitters for the Pios. That list includes Max Mandler, Frank Wayman, and Johnny Wall. 1-1. Throwback to first. Mandler safe. Just cautious of the stealing threat from Max Mandler. The Pios have 65 stolen bases on 8 caught stealing attempts this season. 48-14, however, is the record in that category for the Doubledays. So both teams active, but the Pios a little more successful. 1-1. That one grounded foul by Cooper. 1-2. One and two. We've seen Smith have some good barrels before. Can he get one again to get Max in motion? Throw back to first. Good catch. I thought that was going to the outfield, but some basketball hops from Tan. I wonder if he's a dual sport athlete similar to Jarek Podest. Count now 2-2. Here's the 2-2. That one's high, so now Cooper Smith has got a full count. I'll use this second really quickly to tell you that, hey, Papa John's is good pizza, and they're the pizza that you can get over from the concession stand. Whenever you're here at Dunfield, make sure you grab yourself a slice. Full count now for Cooper Smith. They've got Mandler with a little lead on first. He now goes as he won't have to worry. That one goes a little inside and hits into Smith. Smith takes it like a champ. He'll get to first. Mandler be able to stop at second. 2 aboard with no one out. That'll bring up Frank Wayman. And I will say, it is fun to have these innings where you get to see some action and not as high tense of a situation. I've been standing throughout the final innings of the last couple games because there have been some close finishes. Last time these teams faced, it came down to the wire, 2-1 loss for the Pios. And last night in Watertown, if you missed that second game, it ended 4-2. Runners will advance on the wild pitch. They move to second and third. Mandler will not go home. It will just stay at third. Now on the 1-0 count for Wayman. They've got a tying run in scoring position. That is great news for Coach Drum and the Pios, and now we're going to have a quick conference on the mound. We'll just pull up that graphic one more time and just discuss their recent results. But yeah, previous to the Pios game, they had lost to the Diamond Dogs from Mohawk Valley, lost to the Tarp Skunks, then beat the Pios, and then swept the Glens Fall Dragons, who currently are the weakest team in the PGCBL. The last 10 for both teams, the Pios are 5-5, Auburn is 6-4, so both teams in a similar run of form. Looking up the table, Utica Blue Sox 5-4-1, finally having some hiccups after a hot streak. Batavia Muck Dogs 5-5 in form. They've done well against good teams, struggled against some of the bottom half teams, while Geneva 7-3. That's the best last 10, apart from the Amsterdam Mohawks, who've played 29 games and have won 25. Hey again, Cam. So now we've got a 1-0 count with 2 aboard for Frank Wayman. Inside, but strike 1 taken. So do have to see whether that extended strike zone to the inside will hurt those Pios hitters. So far, Wayman just got on board with a walk. Wayman fouls that one away. It's 1-2 now. That can always be dangerous. An inside strike zone being established might force people to be aggressive and chop at some pitches. One, two here. Wayman's going to ground that over to first. It gets by, so Mandler is going to try to get home. He will. On the ground out there. From that'll be great as a G4-1 from second to the pitcher. Good job for Rivas to just instinctively running to first to cover it and getting there in time. It will be an RBI for Wayman. It's now a 4-3 lead for Auburn, but the Pios have gotten 1 run back. Marsh now with 1 away and a runner on third. Marsh can get some air under the ball. He could theoretically get Cooper Smith home to tie the game. And also, you know that Dunfield's a cavern, but again, someone could hit that Texas Roadhouse sign, get some people some free food. Instead, he's just going to line it down the line for a base hit. Marsh will stay. Yeah, he was going to stay at first, but he gets the job done. The game is tied. The 4th Pios hit brings home the 4th Pios run. It is a 4-4 game now. So that'll bring up Aiden Blake for his first at-bat. After that surprising ejection in the first inning on Joe Muzio, Aiden Blake's come into play second, while Mandler shifted over to third base. Blake's going to pop this one up. It's in foul territory, but Tan under it, and he'll get the second out of the inning. Two-way here in the bottom of the third. That is going to bring up Lucas Phelps. Here's Phelps now. Now, we did see that conference with Rivas earlier, but the bullpen is empty for Auburn, so obviously they're not thinking of pulling him just yet. Swing and a miss, strike one. Even though Phelps provides more of a defensive presence for the Pios, he only finds himself 10 points below the average for averages, or for hitting average for the Pios. 0-2 here for Phelps. Phelps looking to battle back here with two away. He's got a runner on first. One and two now. He had a .441 average with an 1127 OPS for his senior year of high school with the Newsom Wolves. I think you had mentioned that last night, but that'll be a big game. Number 3 and currently 5 seed. Hopefully it'll be 6 seed for your guys' game tomorrow. The 1-2 goes inside for Phelps. It's ball 2. But yeah, the top 5 in the division all separated by a couple wins. That one's going to be grounded hard and past the second baseman. Marsh will stay at 2. Phelps, 1 for 2 today on that base hit. And that'll bring up Alex Lucini. So Lucini up here. Got his average up to 214 after a pretty strong night last night. That one, ball 1. And today he's 0 for 1. He was part of a relatively quick second inning for the Pios. We'll get another chance right here. Lucini fouls that one off, 1-1. Lucini, a 188 average in 16 at-bats against righties. He's faced lefties in 12 at-bats. He's hit 250. So, even though he's a lefty, he's actually played better against lefties. So I wonder how we'll do here. Good framing attempt there from Brala. The count now go 2-1. And again, just a little preview for tomorrow night. We're back here at Dunn Field as the Outlaws come to town to face off against the Pios. Now here's the 2-1 to Lucini. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Pios again down to their final strike. Phelps was down there in his first at-bat, but ultimately converted and got on base. 2 runners aboard for the Pios. I wonder if they'll maybe go. Marsh at second, Phelps at first. Lucchini's going to foul that one off. And he'll keep the inning alive. Inside. Oh, it's going to be hitting. It hit him. No, it didn't. Lucchini almost caught on after the third ball there. So he'll go again. I think he either thought it was a hit by pitch or thought it was ball 4. You know, if you want to check it out on YouTube, SB Nation's content creators Alex Rubenstein and John Boyce made a video about times that situation where Lucchini wouldn't have been stopped to get on first base has actually happened in MLB games. That one high, and this time it'll be ball 4. Lucchini's at bat ends in the walk, and he'll keep the inning alive for Lucas Berube. Bases are now loaded. Berube, with bases loaded, he's 1 for 1 with an RBI. The Pios have 40 at-bats and hit .225 with the bases loaded, so just about the team average. So I wonder if Berube can put lightning in a bottle twice. Swing and a miss, strike 1. The go-ahead run at third, another run at second, and another run at first. All those could really help the Pios here. And with 2 away, the inning continues. One of those will come home. The throw over to first. And I'll say actually a smart play there by Tan just to stay back there. Actually, do apologize if I had called Andrew Tan Tanner Kim before. 0-2 here for Berube. But played that ball well in the pickoff throw. Not letting it get to the outfield, keeping that run safe. Outside, ball 1. Oof. That's tough, having to do Tommy John surgery. Xander Birch for the Pios recently came off it. Hopefully it'll go well. I'll send you some best wishes for that. 1-2. Outside, ball 2. So good takes there. Here's Dunfield. They're still incredibly excited. That one's going to be popped up. And, oh, caught. A good catch on the run by McKenzie. And that'll end the inning. Unlucky there for Berube. It looked like he had his second hit. But instead, it's a good catch. Pios baseball returns after this. Still a 4-4 game. back here in the top of the fourth, and I'll give you the official situation that the Pios had for the end of the inning. They had 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 3 stranded. Here's the first pitch now in the top of the fourth. Ball 1, just high. Leading off now for the Auburn Doubledays is Kim. As the count now goes 1-1. That's a late one as well, 2:30 a.m. That's the joy of this game, though. Late nights. Still, get to do what we love. Even if it does mess with the sleep schedule sometime. Tonight, hopefully, we won't have to worry about a 2 a.m. exit. 2-1 here. That one's going to be fouled away, 2-2. Also, you mentioned you guys are going to go to Auburn, which is great. Auburn's got a great stadium. Of course, Auburn and Batavia previously in the NY Penn League. They were official minor league single A teams. So they've got those facilities that are up to their standard. Now, 2-2. That one's going to be driven to right field. Cooper Smith under it for the first out of the inning. And great job again there by Cooper Smith. He's really taking the right field like a fish in water. Doing a great job tracking balls and getting outs. Stenson. He got on base with a walk last time and will now be up with 1 away here. And on the season, Stenson, he's hitting .242 alongside a .680 OPS. And interesting, with his first name being Kobe, you don't always expect a player named Kobe to have a lot of infield assists. Yeah, I'll be here all night with some of the sports jokes. Of course, 1-0 here for Kobe Stenson. That one, ball 2. Pretty sure Kobe averaged like a good number of assists throughout his NBA career, though. That one from the dirt, and not sure what the delay is, whether they need a new ball or whatever. Yeah, they do, I think, need a new ball. Something, or new bat. Yeah, actually, no, they needed to get the ball out of play. 2-0. That one's going to be popped up. Lucini tracking it, Phelps tracking it. Phelps comes up with the catch, 2 away. And so if Kendall can really get some good innings here, I know that would be very useful for the Pios. Especially if this one's quick, he could get the hot bats back up. And there's Mandler over at third. He's giving him a fist bump. That is going to bring up Andrew Tan. He also got on base with a walk last time, and he's played very well on defense at first base. From a pickoff attempt from Brala, he reached out with a real basketball leap right there, a good vertical to pull it down and make sure it didn't escape. It ultimately saved his team a run. That one's in the dirt, ball 1. But Kendall tonight looking to get through this extra inning. He'll complete 4 innings of work. That one's going to be grounded. Gets by Kendall. He wasn't in a position to field it. But there's Phelps. And Phelps will come up with it. The problem is he couldn't pull it out of his glove in time. But he made a good running grab to hold on to it. So that'll be another hit and the first of the day for Tan. I'll bring up Bralo with 2 away. It's been a quick inning so far for Kendall. 2 quick outs and then that single on the 1-0. He could get out of this inning relatively quickly. No activity over in the bullpen for Auburn yet. Obviously, Auburn wearing the red again. Pios, actually, they're back wearing gray. I'll change that on the graphic over the break. I literally just noticed that because the Pioneers had been wearing blue for the past couple games. They're back in gray tonight. That's been their signature home uniform for most of the season. 1-0 here. And there we go. Now I've got the graphics set. Swing and a miss, 2-1 there. Some nice break on that pitch. Runner goes pretty late, and that will let Berube get him caught stealing. Tan wasn't able to fool Berube. He's going to catch him stealing to end the inning. So it is a 1-2-3 inning for the Pios, with 1 hit surrendered, no one left aboard. Pios will be back right after this. Bottom of the 4th coming up. They have a chance to try to break the tie. Hanley leads off. He's the 9 hitter for the Pios. He's going to take strike 1 on that low outside corner. Pios have fought back after going down 4-2-0 and 4-2. They've got the game tied. A chance to come back. That one fell backward. 0-2 now. And strike 3. Hanley goes down looking. That's the first out of the inning. Disappointing first at bat here for Hanley. But that'll bring up Kyle Shimoleski. Big at bat here for Shimoleski. First pitch. He's going to drive that one for a base hit in the gap. It won't get behind the outfielders, but actually will get bobbled. He's going to pull into second with a double. That's a great hit there for Shimoleski. And a little fielding mishap will get him aboard. So with that man on second, Mandler comes up. And by the way, this inning sponsor, Vasco Brands. If you do ever need their supplies and services, make sure you reach out to them and tell them the Pios sent you. 1-0 here for Mandler. He's 1 for 2 today. And steps off the mound after the initial kick. Rivas just wanting to think it over here. Bullpen now active. It looks like a lefty's warming up. Inside, 2-0. And ball 3 for Mandler. He's up here in the count. Three-0 here to Mandler. Inside, ball 4, and Mandler works a walk. He's now 1 for 2 with a walk, and that'll bring up Cooper Smith. And I'll say that is good for the Pios. He's 1 for 2, or he's 1 for 1 with a hit by pitch. Chance to try to give him a lead. And that pickoff attempt nearly went into the outfield. A good grab by McKenzie to keep it from doing so. Pios got a chance to take the lead. Dunfield excited. 1 away here. That one's going to be driven. Deep right field. And it won't get down, but it will be caught and let a runner advance to third. Shimoleski on third, Mandler at first. 2 away here. And that'll bring up Frank Wayman. So Cooper Smith's at bat will do a job. Catcher and pitcher are going to have a quick talk over here on how to deal with this dangerous Pios hitter. Wayman 0 for 1, but he did have an RBI. He also got on base with a walk. Pitching coach coming out here. I don't think it'll be day done for Reeves, but I think unless, actually, Wayman's a lefty. I wonder if he's going to reach. Yes. They're going to go for the platoon advantage here against Wayman with 2 away. The player warming up was a lefty, and they're going to want to try to utilize that advantage with 2 outs here. Still a 4-4 game with runners at the corners. We'll be right back as their replacement warms up. Number 6, Lane Little enters the game for Auburn. As he finishes up his warm-up, let's take a look at his stats. He's played 7 games in relief. He's went 2 for 3 in 18 innings. 11 strikeouts to just 3 walks. He allows a .286 batting average. We'll see how his relief stint goes here. He's got a tough opponent in Frank Wayman to lead off. So Wayman now has that runner on. Here's the first pitch from Lane Little. Fouled back 0-1. One and one. Swayman able to get now back even in the count. Pickoff attempt. Obviously, you'll see a couple pickoff attempts there. Mandler at first. He's a dangerous base runner. And also, you've got the lefty pitcher. High and outside, ball 2. Another lefty hitter, Bobby Marsh on deck. Going to get a new ball quickly before having the 2-2-2-1 count. Ball 3. Three one now for Wayman. He's going to swing and foul this one off. 3-2. Wayman's going to foul this one off on the 3-2 count. Will it land? Yeah, it's caught. That'll end the inning. Pios strand 2 runners and the game is still tied. This inning for the Pios, there was 1 hit, no runs, no errors, 2 left aboard. Pios baseball right after this. Brala, the number 10 hitter, is going to lead off for the Doubledays. It's been a few clean innings in a row for Hunter Kendall. First pitch taken, strike one. Arnett Health, this inning's sponsor, the official healthcare provider for your Pioneers. Now here's the 0-1. 1-0-1 here. Two and one. Fouled away. 2-2 count now for Brala. He had a 2 RBI single in his first at bat. Ooh! That one lands a bit inside and bumps into Brala. He'll get to first. One away. Trainer's just going to come out, or actually it's the pitching coach. Hit him in the arm. Hopefully he's going to be fine. He's just going to get a double check right here. So now runner aboard, no one out. Peacher's 1 for 2 today. He's done well against the Pioneers this season. He's going to now ground that over, picked up by Kendall. No. And that throw gets away from Aiden Blake. Runners will advance one base. Second and third now. That time on an error. It'll be graded as a hit, but runners will get further thanks to an error throw. Hansen steps up. Someone warming up for the Pios now, but obviously wouldn't really say that's Kendall's fault that it's got that situation. Ultimately decided to not try to get it. By the way, we've got a delay just because that base on second fell off. Taking some time to put it back on. Now Hansen will step back into the batter's box. He's got 2 runners on, no one out. Dangerous spot. Strike 1. Can Kendall work his way out of it? It's the big question. One and one, just a little high. And hit him on the 1-1. He comes inside and hits into Hansen. That'll load the bases with no one out. Ruby's going to head out to the mound and talk with Kendall. Do have some activity in the bullpen, but again, they're going to trust Kendall here. I think Ruby just wanting to go over their strategy as Cesarini gets ready to go with the bases loaded. Got me confused for a second. Some let's go Doubledays chants here in Elmira. As this one's sent out to left field. It will not get down. It's caught. The throw from Shimoleski will hold the runner at third. Huge first out there on the first pitch to Cesarini. He's now 1 for 3 today. I'll bring up Lowengar. And honestly, Lowengar might be one of the worst batters to face here if you're Hunter Kendall, because Lowengar is a pretty deadly hitter. Like Bobby March, doesn't have the world's greatest stat line here in the PGCBL, but we know what he's capable of. Now, I was reading up more about Lowengar. I believe it was because of his second nationality he was eligible for the team. He's local here from Mansfield. 0-1 here now from Kendall. He's fouled that one back, 0-2. So Kendall doing a good job working his way back into it. If he's able to get Lowengar out, that would help out the Pios a ton and get them 1 out away. That one's going to be grounded over to third. They get the lead out at home. Ruby can't get the out at first, but the fielder's choice just to get it still as a tied game does the job. Lowengar will go 1 for 3 now and is on first. McKenzie with 2 strikeouts comes up now with 2 away. Still the bases loaded, but the Pios a chance to really escape a jam. And already it's 9 p.m., just the top of the 5th. It's been a long and exciting game, and we've still got half of the game to go. Ooh, inside ball 1. That's the worst possible scenario. He actually plunks someone and give him the lead. Two and 0 here. Two and out to McKenzie. This time 2-1 as that lands neatly down the middle. Swing and a miss. 2-2 here. Dunfield getting excited. Let's crank it up. 2-2. Three-two. He's got to work hard to get that final strike. Kendall gets out of a bases-loaded jam with no outs, giving up just a fielder's choice in the meantime. Huge inning for Kendall and the Pios. And with that, it's just one hit, 3 left aboard with 1 error, no runs. We're still tied at Dunfield. More Pios baseball after that. What a lockdown performance there from Hunter Kendall. Quick recovery. Bobby Marsh here for the bottom of the 5th. This inning sponsor, of course, Texas Roadhouse. You know where that sign is. It's that bullseye right next to the scoreboard. If someone hits it, everyone here at Dunfield will get free appetizers from Texas Roadhouse. That one will land foul. And also, by someone, I mean a Pios hitter. But again, that'll be the dream. Someone can hit it down that right field line. Marsh was able to get a strong grounder down there earlier. It's 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. One inherited RBI situation here. Oh, 1. Sorry, 0-2 now. So that one was taken for strike 2. Marsh takes that one outside, gets away from Brala. Ball 1. Marsh is going to take one down the right field line. It is caught on a sliding catch. One away. Good play out there in right field by Perez. That was definitely not easy. He comes up with it. One away. That'll bring up Aiden Blake. 0 for 1 today. Hey, welcome back, Cam. Bottom of the 5th inning. Here's Aiden Blake. Strike one. This season, Aiden Blake, he's 2 for 20 now. So it's time to try to improve. Can he do so right here? 1-1. Blake's also had a pretty solid season defensively. One and two now for Aiden Blake. I'd say great approaches to the plate for the Pios. They've only had 2 strikeouts all day. Blake pops this one up. And Perez under it. 2 away. So a quick inning here from the Pios. It's going to be up to Lucas Phelps to keep it going. Phelps is going to drive this one. Deep left field, that's at least in the gap. And that one's off the wall. Huge double there from Phelps. He's going to keep that inning alive now. Dunfield's a cavern, but honestly, if this was a different park, that might have been the first home run of the season for the Pios. Great hit from Phelps. He's now 2 for 3. And that'll bring up Alex Lucini, 0 for 1 with a walk. That one's going to be fouled away, 0-1 for Lucini. Ooh, 0-2. I really don't know about that one. It must have barely got that outside corner. Even with the slight skew to the right, that looked very much outside. 0-2 here for Lucini. He's got a chance to try to keep this inning alive with Phelps on second. He's going to go to third. That one nearly gets away. Actually does get away from Brawla, but it bounces backwards towards the plate. 1-2, and Phelps gets to third. Swing and a miss, and Lucini is down on strikes. And that is a shame. Probably should have been a 2-2 count there, but that'll end the inning. 1 hit, 1 runner stranded for the Pios on no errors. Still a tied game, more Pios baseball coming up right after this. That'll end the start for Hunter Kendall. Ethan Herrera enters from the bullpen. 5 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts, and 4 earned for Kendall. Final 3 innings, including that long but successful 5th inning, were lights out pitching. And with that, we're ready to start the 6th inning. Herrera's first going to face off against Stenson. Actually, I'm wrong. Against Perez. Perez, Kim, and Stenson are the 3 to up this inning. One and 0. Two and 0 here. Three 0. So Herrera, I think just trying to get warm here. Ball 4. So he'll get a board to open the inning. Kim up now. That one's popped backward, 0-2. So Rare, I think, settling down. He's got that runner aboard. Can try to get the first out of the inning right here. He had a very solid outing last time he pitched in Batavia. Pickoff attempt goes wild away from Hanley. Runner gets the second. Runner's going to go to third. He's going to be waved on home, I think. No, he's just going to hold at third. But an error there from Herrera puts a runner in scoring position. And a particularly dangerous position, just 90 feet away. Here's the 0-2 now. Swing and a miss. Herrera will get his first strikeout on his second batter. Stenson steps up now. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Kobe Stenson back up. 1-0. That one popped backward, 1-1. Stenson fouls this one off. It's now 1-2. Pios fans excited now with a 1-2, 1 away. Potential go-ahead run over at third. If that ball goes in play, it could bring him home. Pios is going to want Ethan Herrera to showcase his stuff and get a second strikeout. High, ball 2. Very close that time. Three and 2. So very, very big pitch here. That one's lined fair down the left field line, and it'll bounce all the way to the corner. It'll be a double. I wonder if Stenson will turn 3. No, he won't. An RBI double, and Auburn retakes the lead. Quite a large traveling contingent of Auburn fans tonight. That error from Herrera, even though you could also maybe say it was Hanley on that close play, probably be graded as an error on Herrera. Proving costly. 5-4 lead now for the Doubledays. High, ball 1. The 1-0 in the dirt. Gets behind Berube, so he'll put a runner on third. That runner came from second. It's now 2-0. Two and one. Rare looking to battle back here. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Fouled away, so he will stay alive. Tan is 1 for 1 with a walk. That one's popped up. And the question is, will it be shallow enough for Cooper Smith to try to get the runner going home? Runner's going to stay, actually. So 2 away. That'll certainly help keep the bleeding to 1. Brala up with 2 away. He's also 1 for 1 with 2 RBIs. Bottom of the order for the Doubledays. On 1. One and one outside. Herrera this season, in 9 2/3, he's only had conceded 5 runs entering this game. That one that just came home was his 6th. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Doubledays down to their last strike this inning with that runner on third. Swing and a miss in the dirt. The throw from Berube on target, and he will get out of the inning, surrendering just that 1 run. And I'm going to look back. I believe it might have been on just 1 hit. Yeah, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 error, 1 left the board. Doubledays lead, but the Pios have a chance to come back right after this. Ruby leads off the bottom of the 6th. Pios trailing Y1 after 1 run came home in the previous inning. Oh, don't worry, Cam. Always can just keep it open on the side. And obviously you can just check back in. And remember, if you do miss any part of the game, all these replays are up on YouTube. You can watch the full thing later. 1-1 here for Berube. That one high, ball 2. Berube, Hanley, and Shimoleski, the 3 due up here in the bottom of the 6th. It's 9:30 already, and we're only in the bottom of the 6th. So definitely a longer one here in Elmira tonight. Another classic, you could argue, between these two teams. Very entertaining games between these two sides. Three 3-1 here for Berube. Gets a bore with a walk. Tying run aboard, and that'll bring up Justin Hanley. Swing and miss for Hanley, strike 1. Hanley's going to pop this one up. Should be playable for the first out of the inning. It is. 1 away. Shimoleski up. 1 for 2 today. Shimoleski, strike 1. Berube on first. Pickoff attempt, he's back safely. Little continuing his outing as a lefty. No one in the bullpen, so they're giving him a green light for the 6th inning. Inside, called strike 2. Just touching that corner, 0-2. Chmielewski stays alive, fouling that one off. And strike 3. Oof. I'll say if that's an established zone pitch, that is very brutal. And 2 away now with a strikeout here. Clarion, the choice hotel host hotel for your Pioneers, is this inning's sponsor. 2 away. And that's going to bring up Max Mandler. It's his 4th at bat. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. Mandler takes strike 1. Oh, 2, that one fouled away, but not able to be gotten. Oh, 2 here for Mandler. Can Mandler keep that inning alive? Fouls that one away. Outside, ball 1. Good take there from Mandler. He stays alive. Mandler, oh, that's an unlucky hop off the mound. And what could have been a single up the middle will turn into an out at second. And that'll end the inning. Pios still trail now. No hits, no errors, 1 left aboard. More Pios baseball coming up after this. Top of the 7th underway. Pios leads off, top of the order for the Doubledays. Squared up for a bunt, ball 1. That one sent deep to right, but Cooper Smith under it, 1 away. Herrera surrendered a walk, and then a single brought home, or then a double brought home a run. Back in the previous inning, he's looking to have a better inning this time around and keep things at a 1-run deficit. As the Pios look to just get back into it. First pitch here, strike 1 to Hansen. He's 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch. That one's going to be sent for a base hit down to right field. Smith will pick it up and he'll stay at first. Hansen now 2 for 3. Runner on with 1 away. That one's going to be sent deep to right field. Smith under it. 2 away now. That was the first pitch to Cesarini. He now goes to 1 for 4. Lowengar back up. 2 away now. Oh, 1-0 here to Lowengar. Strike 1. Now 1-1 with 2 away. Pickoff attempt, but not in time. Hansen back at first safely. Two and 1 here. Inside, ball 3 now. Grounded over to third, picked up by Mandler. A big throw to first will get him out. That was a close play because Lowengar was running. But Mandler, with some heat on that throw, will get out of the inning. Just 1 hit, 1 left aboard for the Pios. This time around, we'll be entering the bottom of the 7th inning right after this. Cooper Smith leads off the bottom of the 7th. He's going to square up with a bunt, but it's going to be caught for the first out of the inning. Disappointing for Cooper there. He's now 1 for 3, and that'll bring up Frank Wayman. He and Marsh are the next two due up this inning. Wayman fouls that one away, strike one. And thanks for letting me know, Cam. It'll be interesting to see how Batavia does against Oneonta. And interesting to see what Oneonta will get into the next game with, a win or a loss. 0-1 here to Wayman. Wayman fouls this one off, 0-2. And again, tomorrow night you can face... Pioneers will face off against the Oneonta Outlaws. Make sure you're back here on the Pioneers YouTube channel for that game. Should be exciting. Hopefully the Pios will be looking to go 2 in a row instead of looking to stop a 2-game losing streak. 1-2 now to Wayman. That one outside. And strike 3. Wayman's going to go down looking this time. That'll bring up the 2 for 3, Bobby Marsh. 2 away here in the 7th. Lane Little, who came in from the bullpen, has done a great job. Only some stretching and tossing over there right now for the Doubledays. Little has been lights out since entering. Marsh takes that one outside, ball 1. Someone warming up for the Pios. I wonder if we've seen the last of Ethan Herrera tonight as we enter the top of the 8th. Marsh is going to line that one for a base hit as it drops. 2-out single for Marsh. Pios have found quite a few hits, but they just haven't chained them together super well as of late. With 2 away, that's going to bring up Aiden Blake again. Blake 0 for 2. Here's Blake now with 2 away. Blake's going to line that and can't be caught at third. It's going to be dropped. Stenson almost had a play on it, but that'll put 2 aboard. Tying run at second, go-ahead run at third. Pios showing a little late offense. Here comes Lucas Phelps now with 2 away. Phelps today, 2 for 3. He gets another hit. This game could be tied. Phelps, he's had some solid hitting days throughout this season. Tonight has been one of them. A multi-hit game. And he's got a chance if he could find that hot bat and get it again. Could get this game tied. First pitch. Phelps pops this one up in foul territory. Will it land? Yes, it will. No one can get to it. So I think Phelps with a sigh of relief there. It's an 0-1 count. This is where the game will start to get a little intense. These innings become a lot more important. Oh, 1. Oh, and 2 now for Phelps. Pios down to the last strike this inning. Phelps drives that, gets by third base. Rounding third and going to head to home, and it can't be picked up. The tied game off the single from Lucas Phelps. The tying run came home, and the Pios are right back in it thanks to that single from Lucas Phelps. Huge play right there. I thought there might have been a close play at home from left, but just not fielded cleanly enough by Peacher. So Marsh will be able to go around and score. Phelps at first. Actually, trying to remember. I forget actually who's on second. Yeah, that's a weird sort of mess up for me. Here's Lucini now with 2 away. But Phelps on first. I actually believe it's Aiden Blake on second. That one away, ball 1. But no matter what, huge play right there for the Pios as they now tie the game. 2 away, they now have the potential go-ahead run on second. Can Lucini try to bring him home? One and one now. Dunfield getting loud for this 1-1. Maybe can that motivate Lucini? Swing and a miss in the dirt, 1 and 2. I think Lucini a little disappointed that Esbrala stays in front of it. One, two for Lucini. Lucini fouls that one back. It stays 1-2. Inning also stays alive for now. 1-2 here. Lucini's going to ground that hard to second. Should end the inning, though, as the throw is made to first. That the Pios will strand to, but importantly, they do score one on one hit. And the Pios have tied it up. More Pios baseball after the break, but it's a tied game. Mason Smith takes the mound for the Pioneers here. And yeah, I'll give you the current offensive lineup. Max Mandler leading off. Cooper Smith second. Wayman third. Marsh fourth. Aiden Blake fifth. Lucas Phelps sixth. Lucini seventh. Leading off next inning will be Lucas Bruby in eighth. Hanley in ninth. Shimoleski in 10th. Mandler at third. Phelps at short. Blake at second. And Hanley at first. Mason Smith will enter the game. A rare 2 solid innings of relief after conceding that 1 run. It's going to be up to Mason Smith to try to help the Pios keep it level and have the offense get the victory. Last time we saw Mason Smith on the mound was against the Brilliant Sox, where he had a rough outing there, but we know how good he is, and that was just an interleague game. That one popped straight over to Blake. That's the first out of the inning. Kenzie now 0 for 4. He had the golden sombrero with 3 strikeouts. Won't get a platinum one. Instead, he'll just have a ball in play, leading to a catch. One away here in the top of the 8th will bring up Christian Perez. Here's the first pitch from Smith. Outside, ball 1. It's 10:01 p.m., so definitely a longer game here tonight. We started pretty close to 7. We still got a couple innings to go. Both these games have last couple games against the Pios and Doubledays have been very close. Side ball 3 now. They're going to call that ball 4. He was trying to bunt, but he'll just get on base with a walk. Second walk of the game. He's 0 for 2 with 2 of them now. One away, runner on first. Chance for the Pios to try to turn a double play. And by the way, Allianz is still leading against Batavia. Strike 1 there inside the zone. A little heat behind that pitch from Mason Smith. 0-1. The pickoff attempt, he's safe. High, ball 1. Berube was looking to throw back to first. In conference play, Lucas Berube had a 50% caught stealing rate when trying to throw out runners, which is a very good stat to have. He's part of course, the Northern Essex Community College 41-2 team. And that one got away barely from Blake. So that is one of the 50% he couldn't get, although it is called a 1-2 game. Yeah, actually, that was a very close game and a fun one. Just a disappointing called foul with that one, Edwin. Prevented what would have been a tying RBI, ultimately led to a loss. One-two here from Mason Smith. Two and two. That one I thought was framed well by Berube. The ump said that it was high. Two-two. I see what you. 2-2 here. Let's see what Smith will do. Fouled back. That one's going to be popped deep center field. Lucini back. Will there be a play at third? Runner will stay. 2 away here. Kim now 0 for 4, and that's going to bring up Stenson, who's 1 for 2. 2 outs now in the top of the 8th. And Edwin, I think we will get 5th place if we get the win. Pretty sure it runs off winning percentage at first. 1-1. 1-0. I'm just going outside. One and one. This time good framing there. Fouled, although that was hit pretty hard down that left-hand line. 2 away. And 2 strikes. Outside, ball 2. Gets a mix of groans, but also cheers from Doubledays fans here. Three and two now. That one fouled away again. That one's going to be popped up. Blake picks it up on a hop. He actually can't get to it cleanly. That'll put runners at the corners. Looked like that was a play that could have ended the inning, but the inning will continue. That'll bring up Andrew Tan, who's 1 for 2 today. And here comes Coach Drum out here to talk with Mason. I think just to kind of settle him down and get him ready. Try to get out of the jam. Tan up now. He's hitting 161 this season, but 235 with runners in scoring position, 167 with them on in scoring position, and 2 away. So it'll be interesting to see which way that goes here. 0-1 after that first pitch. Here's the 0-1. 1-1, just a little high. One and two here. He checked up, but it was a strike. And now Pios back in a 1-2 count here with 2 away. Tricky jam for Mason Smith. But we know how good he is. He can get out of this. 1-2 for Tan. Low, ball 2. Dunfield loud, they're excited. Two just outside. Ruby shoots up. He's got a free base. He's got to be careful though. Three-two, runner goes. That one line to right field. Smith will make the catch and get out of the inning. It's still a tie game. 5-5 entering the bottom of the 8th. Not too much longer for the Pios to do work. They get a lead here. We could see Last Chance Saloon in the top of the 9th. Big inning and a big catch right there. More Pios baseball after the break. Berube leads off for the Pios here in the bottom of the 8th. William Ray enters the game. Ray carries a 2.25 ERA with 4 innings pitched. He's only allowed a .91 batting average for opponents. That's the third best in the pitching staff. Inside, ball 1. So Berube today, he's 0 for 1 with a walk. He also had a fielder's choice. He's going to step away here. Rollins going to be grounded to first, and he'll be out the first out of the inning. Disappointing there for Berube. That'll bring up Justin Hanley. Hanley takes the first pitch, ball 1. William Ray's got 5 walks conceded and 5 strikeouts, so even on that rate so far this season. Inside, ball 2 now. Two-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Great to hear that you might be coming on Monday, Edwin. Make sure you get some tickets as well. If you're watching, love to have you here at Dunn Field. Fun streams, but nothing beats the real thing. 3-1 now for Hanley. He's doing a good job working this longer at bat. Could draw a walk here. He already has a hit by pitch. Hanley's going to pop that one foul. The count now 3-2. Swing and a miss. Hanley goes down on strikes. 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th. Kyle Shimoleski up with 2 away. Top of the order could be due up for the 9th inning. But see what Shimoleski can do first. 1 for 3. Takes that first pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Five runs and 10 hits for each team. Difference, the Pioneers do have 3 errors compared to none for the Outlaws. 1-1 now. Sun is long set here. Temperatures drop to 72 and will keep doing so as this game reaches its conclusion. That one's going to be popped up, and that'll end the inning. Pios go down in order. Top of the order will be up for the 9th inning for the Pios. No runs and no hits, no errors. None left on. Still tied. Closest ninth inning we've had all year up next. Top of the ninth. It is a tied game here at historic Dunn Field. Mason Smith on the mound. He is going to be facing Brala, Peacher, and Hansen as the first three due up. It has been a close fight between both teams and a fight for fifth place. And a chance to try to get back into the playoff hunt. Strike one taken. If Auburn is able to get the victory, I believe they'll return to 500. Pios would be one game away from 500 should they take the victory. That one fouled away, so it's now an 0-2 count here for Brala. The Doubledays could go to 15 and 15. Pios could go to 12 and 13. Outside, ball one, and a close one there to Brala. He so far is 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch. And I believe a fielder's choice or something else. That one's going to be sent into the gap out in center. And it'll get down all the way to the wall. It'll be picked up by Lucini, but not before he'll likely come away with a triple. Throw into Phelps. Huge play for the Doubledays. Brala gets his second hit of the night. Bad news for the Pios. No one out now in the ninth inning, and they've got a runner 90 feet from home. And at this stage, it very well could be a winning runner if it does come across. Pios infield's going to go in. Someone warming up in the bullpen for the Pios too, just in case. Peacher up. And obviously, you don't want to have those top two well hitters on. And the Auburn Doubledays will take the lead. Cooper Smith get it to keep the runner at first. But two back-to-back hits. And Auburn is back in control. First run that Smith has earned tonight. Believe in the bullpen could be Ficaro warming up. It is a lefty. Hansen now up. Inside, ball one. Pios have their top of the order, their stronger hitters coming up. But they're going to need to get that offense going in the ninth inning. And Mason Smith just needs to get out of this inning here. Runner with a little lead, staying. Now, that was a strike. I disagree with that call completely. That was right down the heart of the plate, but 2-0 here. Anything you learned, you can't really argue with City Hall. 2-0 now. That one's going to be sent up. Likely in foul territory. Smith getting to it. Actually would have been in play, but it will be the first out of the inning. So the at-bat ends well. One away now with a runner on. Double play opportunity open, but here comes Cesarini. Here's the first pitch now from Mason Smith to Cesarini. Ball one up high. Pickoff attempt. That one's going to be lined. Gets through for a base hit. Lucchini onto it now. Runner gets to third. Runners will be at the corners with one away. Auburn's offense keeps going. And I will say we definitely need more Pios fans out here. A little quieter night, and you can hear Auburn quite a bit. Lowengar steps up with one out and two on. Strike one. Owen here. That one in the dirt. 1-1 now. One and two now with one away. That's important with those runners on the corner. Runners now at third and second after that stolen base. Fouled away. That one's grounded and foul. That one fouled away again, so Lowengar still keeping this at bat alive. Here with one away. That one's going to be driven deep center field. Lucchini has to really track back. He'll come up with it, but it's now a 7-5 game as one runner will score. So Lowengar gets a sacrifice fly RBI. Third of the night. 2 away here. And it looks like the Pios gonna need something big to come back. McKenzie up now. Ball gets away from Berube. Runner. Out at third, they pick him off. It was a close play, but they're going to rule that he got the tag. We'll be back from the top of the ninth off that pickoff. Pios baseball. Last Chance Saloon right after this. Max Mandler will lead off the bottom of the ninth. Pios need 2 runs to stay alive. 3 runs to win the game. But things not looking good here, Last Chance Saloon. Got the 3 strongest hitters for the Pios coming up, but gonna need something huge here. Pios haven't scored since the 7th. They were able to come back. They've come back from every deficit, but this is the largest one they've had since the 2nd inning. And they usually take an inning before doing so. That's a luxury they don't have. Mandler, Smith, and Wayman, the 3 due up. Ball 1 up high. 1-1. Mandler's going to drive one deep to right field. That's down behind the right fielder. No, it's not. He's made the catch. 1 away here. Looked like a well-hit ball. Just couldn't get down. Cooper Smith fouls this one off, 0-1. Ray on for his 2nd inning, looking to get the save here. Or actually, can't get the save, he'd get a victory here. Inside, ball 1. 2-1. Cooper Smith. Inside, 3-1. So he is working a strong count. If he can get on base, it might be able to open up an opportunity here. Wayman on deck afterward, Bobby Marsh. You know how good those two are. Marsh was able to get the tying RBI in clutch, but it was ruled a foul. Close play. 3-2 now for Cooper Smith. And we need more Pios fans at the park here. 3-2. That one's going to be grounded over to third. Picked up the throw. Got him. Second out of the inning. Pios down to their last out here. William Ray doing a good job from the bullpen. It's a tough ninth inning on defense for the Pios. It's up to Frank Wayman. Last time he was up with 2 away. Ugh. He went down looking to end the game. I know he's going to want some revenge here. Not just for the previous loss, but also to help the team get back in the win column. Every win will start to be important here as we get closer to the playoffs. 0-1. Pios in that fight, and they'll be able to face Oneonta tomorrow, who's doing pretty well against Batavia right now, as we've been updated so far, thanks to Cam. Low 1-1. Marsh on deck, you know he'd love an opportunity. No one warming up for the Doubledays. It's going to be up to Marsh, or going to be up to Wayman. Potentially Marsh, if he gets a shot. Outside, ball 2. Huge at bat here. Pios now down to their last strike. Two now to Wayman. That one's going to be grounded. It gets by Ray, and not being able to be picked up, so an error on the play at second. And that will get Wayman aboard. He still doesn't have a hit, but he does get aboard thanks to an error. First error of the night from the Doubledays. Could not have come at a worse time for them. And that'll bring up Bobby Marsh with 2 outs. Gives the Pios a little reprieve here. Tying run at the plate, but it will be a lot of work needed to bring Marsh home. Try to get one, though, with Wayman. Strike 1 on the outside corner. Wayman was out trying to steal second to end the previous game between the Pios and Doubledays. He had previously gone on with a walk in the 9th inning with 2 away. He's got a similar opportunity here, but this time a 2-run deficit instead of 1. That one's going to be driven. Deep left field. Is it going to be caught? No. He can't come up with it at the wall. Runners at second and third. Not going to risk it, but Bobby Marsh showing some signs of life with a huge clutch hit for the Pios. That'll bring up Aiden Blake unless he's going to get replaced. No, it's going to be Aiden Blake. But I also wonder, what if it was Muzio in this spot? Are you trusting Aiden Blake? He's got to come in clutch here. The man with the best mustache on the Pios. Now the weight of the team on his shoulders. Back in the first, there was a pretty arguably unfair ejection for Muzio. And we're going to pinch run Marsh at second for Zach Odom. The reason they're doing this, likely, because they're going to want to have Odom turning the wheels if a ball is put in play. If Aiden Blake can just put something in play and get a hit, that would help the Pios. A hit could potentially tie this game. Blake this season is 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. This is the first time he's had runners in scoring position with 2 away, though. Two outs. 2 aboard. What can Aiden Blake do? The Pios have not had a game go to extra innings all season, nor have they had a walk-off. All their wins have been secured in the top half of the ninth on defense, or the bottom half if they were on the road. Phelps on deck, and he's had a strong night. If Blake can just get on base, that could be huge. No one warming up for the Doubledays. They're just trusting in William Ray. Ray, foul. That would have been great if it was a fair ball, but just goes foul 1-1. Some horns going off here. Another stand on the edge of your seat finish here. 1-1 to Aiden Blake. That one gets away. Wayman is going to go home. The tying run 90 feet away. It's a 7-6 game. Two and 1 count here to Aiden Blake. And that will help the Pios just a little bit. But still so agonizingly close. Blake has got one runner to bring home. Any hidden play would certainly get Marsh there. And no, not Marsh, sorry, Odom. And it would tie the game. Two-one, swing and a miss, 2-2. Pios down to their last strike. Tying run 90 feet away in an oh so familiar scene. It was like this the last time, and a 2-1 victory for the Doubledays with a run just 90 feet from home. 2-2. Swing and a miss, and the Pios have gone down again at home. 7-6 with 7 runs and 13 hits to 6 runs and 12 hits. The Pios are now 11-14. The Doubledays are back up to 15-15. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I'm Taylor Storthy, and we'll see you tomorrow night when the Pios take on the Oneonta Outlaws. Smith will be credited with the loss. Ray will be credited with the win. More Pios baseball tomorrow night here at Dunfield. We hope to see you then at the park or on